Okay, so we're back another day. I'm gonna whip out my big snake and my big green snake and try and fish the bolts out of the B-pillar. So, please God let this work because I do not need rattles the whole time I own this car. Please, I can see it. You can see it. See it? It's going down, it's just not picking the bolt up. Crap. Gonna have to use my little snake. Try again. This one's got way more magnet power. I got it. I got it. Success. My little snake did better than the big snake. See, it's not about the size of your snake. It's about how you use it. Hello and welcome back to Speed Freak Garage, home of power sports on YouTube. So we are continuing work with the harness bar and seat mounts. So I went ahead and took the seat back out. I'm getting ready to put the passenger seat in and get it mocked up. I drilled holes in the floor for our submarine belt. I drilled a hole for our other side lap belt. And I drilled holes for the mounts for the harness bar. So we're getting there little by little. So I'm just gonna keep working. I'll keep you guys updated as I go. Okay, so we've got the passenger seat in, and it's gonna have the same uprightness, same seating angle as the driver because of the height of the harness bar is very important for your shoulders. The only difference is we're gonna have it 2 notches back. So it's actually this way, back 2 notches. And that's so the passenger isn't interfering with my vision or interfering with my arms when I'm drifting. Because when you're drifting, you're gonna look all the way left and all the way right. And you don't want the passenger in the way, especially when you're both wearing helmets. So the passenger, in this case, is gonna be a little bit backwards to kind of stay out of the way. So we're gonna go ahead, bolt these down tight, then mark our spots on the floor for the submarine belt, and then pull the seat back out and drill some holes. Okay, so one of the things I actually just did, I don't know why, I just kind of came overcome. I put a little breather on my intake air, idle air control, whatever. It sucks that it's not connected to here because I assume it influences the mass airflow a little bit, but probably not enough to matter, especially if I choke it off like this. And especially not when the throttle's open. So it's just kind of sitting there, good to go. So I mocked up. They're not bolted down yet. I don't have the backing plates for underneath, but I mocked them up. This one's a little more inboard than it should be, but there's fuel lines right over here, so I couldn't go that way. But it'll still do the job. I did the ones over here too, you can see them. I did those, not bolted of course, and then I popped the holes here. So now I gotta feed bolts in through the backside and then get nuts on them and get the brackets secured. So let's do that. So on both sides I got 2 of the 3 bolts in, and then the 3rd bolt I dropped all the way down the B-pillar. So I need to go find a flexible magnet wand, but not tonight. Same over here. 2 of them in. This one, I don't even know how I'm gonna get the bolt in. Flexible magnet wand, because what I did for these, I stuck them to a magnet wand and kind of turned them in, and it worked pretty good. So I'm gonna go find, flexible magnet wand, because there's a bolt at the bottom of each B-pillar now, which is wonderful. But anyway, I'm getting there, so that's good. So anyway, I'll continue this video, so be back in a sec. Only it'll be another day. Okay, so we're back another day. I'm gonna whip out my big snake and my big green snake and try and fish the bolts out of the B-pillar. So, please God let this work because I do not need rattles the whole time I own this car. Please work. Shit. Shit. Come on, please, 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 please. I can see it. You can see it. See it? It's going down. It's just not picking the bolt up. Crap. Okay, that's all right. It's okay. I'm gonna have to use my my little snake. Well, my little snake. So try again. This one's got way more magnet power. Too much, actually. Now it's stuck. I got it. I got it. Success. My little snake did better than the big snake. See, it's not about the size of your snake. It's about how you use it. Lesson learned. Okay, everything is now successfully bolted in place, and the rest of the seatbelt mounting hardware will not arrive until sometime tomorrow. So that's unfortunate. I won't be able to have the car ready for the weekend. Other stuff needs to arrive too. So anyway, yep, all the bolts are torqued to 30 foot-pounds, so everything's tight, ready to go. I could probably, well, I mean, honestly, you should be able to stand on this, no problem. But obviously, standing on that shit ain't acceptable. So I got, kind of as a joke, I got a do not step here plate. It originally was going to be for this airbag module, but the seats kind of protect it. So I'll probably I don't know, hang this here. Because people have a tendency to jump in the back of a convertible without any basic common decency for the fact that, hey, maybe you shouldn't jump back there and smash all the sensitive electronics and all the dozens and dozens and hundreds of hours of hard work. So, it'll be a joke, but at the same time, it'll be like, hey, asshole, get the fuck out of the back of my car. Not cool. Anyway, we'll come back tomorrow, but same video. Okay, so here we are 4 days later. Thanks to FedEx's awful service. They lost the package 3 times, and then it finally showed up today, even though the tracking number still thinks it's lost. But luckily we have an awesome company called RaceQuip, and RaceQuip sent us some hardware and some different belt mounts. So we're gonna try and get everything finished up so I can get this car back on the road, hopefully within 2 or 3 hours. I don't know how long it's gonna take to redo all the belts and get this done, but these should be simple. So let's get started. Okay, so I'll show you my setup here. So I got the backing plate and then a lock washer and then a bolt, and those came with the longer studs. Same here, just watch out for your brake line, so make sure you're not crushing your brake line or whatever. So we're going to tighten these down. Now you're probably going to wonder, how am I going to do that on my own? Well, I've got that shoved in there so it can basically keep them semi-straight. That one I don't know how I'm going to do yet. I might have to beg a friend to come help, but I can at least do the bottom one so I can get the seat back in, because this one I can do after the seat's in. So let's get these tightened up. I'm gonna get them torqued to 40 foot-pounds, make sure they don't move, and then I can use a big pry bar to pry them straight so they're straight and they don't mess up the belts. So let's get going. Okay, so the original plan of using this really didn't work. I didn't realize how thick this was, so they sunk down a little bit and trapped this and it wouldn't come out. So I had them at 30 foot-pounds. The 40 foot-pounds I was afraid it was going to come through the floor. So 30 foot-pounds, and then I backed it off a quarter turn so I could get these loose and then get this out. So now I'm going to go back and redo the 30 foot-pound torque once hopefully my friend comes to help out tonight. So I'm going to have to wait. That sucks. But we'll keep doing what we can do and keep working. Okay, so I decided to try a screwdriver this time because it should be easier to get out. I mean, it's stuck in really good, but if I just kind of twist and work, ow, it'll come out. bust my knuckles up, and then if I can reach it, doors, okay. Should be able to straighten these out. Well, shit. Okay, so using two hands, I was able to get them straightened out. So they're at 30 foot-pounds and they're straight. This one is definitely going to need a second person. I got this mounted and in. I don't know if the angle's right. I might have to loosen this up again and turn the angle to match the belt. The belt's actually kind of coming back a little much. It's supposed to be 45 degrees, but I don't have any other way to mount the belt. So we might have to deal with that at a later date. But I mean, it'll still stop you from, going through the windshield. So now let's head on over to the other side. I'll get the other side done and I'll come back. Okay, so the seat's in and it's torqued to 15 foot-pounds on all the bolts. And then the submarine belt, or the 6-point, is in and it's adjusted pretty well. I don't know. When you sit, I don't know, these might be an issue. I might have to tighten them up and pull them a little closer down, but I don't know, they seem pretty good right now. When I sit in it, it looks a lot different, but so now I got to adjust this monster. It's not gonna be fun, but let's get to it. Okay, so I've got the belts tightened up. They're probably too tight, but we'll see. I got the adjusters at 50%, and I got these adjusters. Well, I'm gonna get in the chair, adjust these for my lap height to get this down where it belongs on my belly button, and then come back and play with these until they're right, and then we'll do the lap belts last. Okay, so I was way off, so these were way too tight. So I tightened this up just a little bit to get it down where it belongs. And so now what I need to do is get these to buckle to that while the adjuster is fully tightened. So this is a fully tight adjuster. So then when I get in, I can loosen the adjuster and hopefully I'll fit. Now a bigger friend might be screwed, but they can ride in the passenger seat, right? Same thing, right? I mean, this car is going to be built for me to drive and for me to drift. You don't want to put a stranger in the driver's seat and try and drift something that they don't understand or know. So, yeah. Okay, so got it pretty good. The adjuster is a little tight, but this means anyone who's bigger will be able to fit. And I'm locked in good. The lap belt is where it belongs. So now I just need to do, sorry, not the lap belt, the middle piece, the lock. So yeah, I'm locked in pretty good. I can actually see a little better because the belts are kind of holding me up. I still can't see very well. It's kind of unnerving, but I think that's just how it is. So yeah, let's keep working on it. I almost forgot to go back and do the lock where you feed it through and lock it. So I'm going to lock it real quick, and then we're going to go on to our lap belts and got our instructions and stuff to try and be as safe as possible. Okay, so everything is in and mounted. The only thing we need to do is figure out how we're going to tighten this bolt here. Everything else is good to go. I zip tied up the extra strap so it doesn't flop around in the wind. I got this mounted nice, and the strap is pulling pretty straight, so that's nice and safe, and it's actually away from the bolt. It's not going to touch the bolt, and that's the same on both sides. So everything came out way better than I expected, and the car's ready to drive. Basically, I need to go get it titled. I obviously can't get an inspection yet, but it'll be there someday. So I don't know, we're going to keep on going, and I'll come back to you guys when the passenger seat is done, which will probably be possibly another day, I don't know. So anyway, I will catch you guys. Well, still this video is continuing, so see you in a second.
Try not to hold me down, feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars, I wanna drive